All right, good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, 2014. Tax day here in the United States, I believe. I already took care of that a few weeks ago. All right. So we had the Dow in another little bit of a snapback rally. That's what I'm calling this today. Anyway, it's very similar when we look at the 2 days this week and the 2 days last week. When we go from low to high and low to high, this one was a little bit weaker. And I talk about that in the post. And I mentioned, the high low, the high lows here were a lot weaker than the new highs, the net new highs back in here. We've got the 10-day, let me get rid of this. The 10-day EMA has broken down below the 21. This pulled back up to the 10. So we're not going to know whether or not we're going to get any more follow through. It's really hard to tell until tomorrow, naturally. It has the look and feel of that type of snapback rally. Boy, at one point today, early today, I really thought this thing was going to go because it had gone up and then it sold off. And I thought, okay, we whipped up and then we were reversing and we're going to head back down again, pull one of these type of moves. But then the buying came back in and rallied it back up. So it's really hard to tell where it's going to go from here. Let's see, the S&P 500, same kind of scenario. We still have negative DI minus, above DI plus. Didn't even pull back to the 10 EMA here. We're not oversold down here. We're not getting any bullish divergence showing up at all. The NASDAQ, quite a bit of a swing to the downside, and then we rally back. We've got a doji in here. Don't know that it's any particular formation other than it's a doji star type deal. It looks like the support came in around in this area. We talked about that was the possibility. I mean, if you drew a line, if you take a line, just draw this line through the tops in here. And I mean, you can just see that's potential where the support came in, and it did come in. So I don't know. It's hard to tell whether we're going to get resistance. Let's take a look at, we're seeing a little bit of divergence, bullish divergence. So we didn't go to lower lows in here. We're not seeing it on the DI minus. So again, we're getting a little bit of mixed readings. We've got the 21 breaking below the 55 here too. So we're in a pretty solid little downtrend here. New York Composite, similar type thing, not nearly as negative as the NASDAQ. The Russell 2000 is again one of the more negative ones, just like the NASDAQ. And again, we're not really getting any solid divergence coming in. And I talked about this point being a point where this pattern kind of completes itself from the standpoint of at least signaling a reversal. Pardon my voice. I have a little allergy problem today. You're in the wonderful Dallas, North Texas area where we get lots of nice allergies this time of year. All right, short-term trading index. Got another lower reading. We had a real low reading yesterday, but we're still on the 10 EMA, the blue line. We're still right here in the middle of the neutral zone, so that's not showing us a whole lot. The VIX broke out to the upside on Friday. Now it's pulled back, a little bit of volatility. It's pulled back to this trend line, and that's what we've seen over here. See where it's pulled back in here. It breaks up, it pulls back. So this isn't unusual, and we are a lot higher than we were a week ago after a couple of days of rally. So we'll have to see. The high-low, we talked about this, a little weak. Still looks like it's a little downtrending, still a little weak. No extreme reading there. I'm going to go ahead. Tonight we're talking about five. That's it for the look on the market, I think, at this point. Tomorrow morning, what have we got? We've got the housing starts at 7:30 Central Time, and we've got industrial production at 7:30. So those are the two big indicators, or economic indicators, and we'll see what they tell us and how it affects the market. We've only got 2 days of trading left this week because we're closed on Friday. Okay, we're going to look at Apache, Chesapeake, Transocean, Tesoro, and Valero. Those are the 5 oil related. I've actually added Chesapeake back in. I stopped watching it there for a while, and now I'm going to take a look at it. It looks like it may be starting to get a little more active. So now Apache, this is one I just added. I put this on the Trade Ideas webpage. I'm looking for a buy signal tomorrow morning. I'm looking for a buy entry up into here. I think there's a real good chance that this thing is getting ready to go. Now, I want to see some fall through. I want to see some, we got to close above the 10 EMA. We've got the 10 above the 21. The 21's rising in a nice 45-degree angle. We're above the 55. Now, we all are down here below this 233, but it's pretty flat. It's not like it's a strong declining 233 moving average. And we've got these fan lines, remember, over in here. So I'm looking for this thing to come back up, get a buy signal, come up, break this fan line, and see how far we can run. And so this is going to be interesting because remember, this is the one where we talked about a very big bottoming formation is possible. And I mean, looking at that, it just looks like a picture perfect, beautiful, huge head and shoulders bottom. But a lot of times they'll look like that and then they'll fail, but you just never know. So, I mean, there's always a possibility on this, just so we know. I saw this earlier. I mean, this is why I'm looking for it to go to the upside. It could always break down and continue moving to the downside. But right now, I think the scenario looks like it wants to go the upside. Let's see if the stock will take us there, see if it'll show us the way. Okay, the next one is Chesapeake Energy. And Chesapeake, this one it's been making a little bit of a move here from 24.5 up here to 27.17 close today. Since this peak back in November, early November, we've basically been chopping sideways, just overlapping waves, okay? And whenever you have overlapping waves, you are in a corrective mode, okay? It's just, you automatically know that's what's going on. And so now this trend line, you can see the this one right here, and then I drew a parallel line to here. So it looks like it's possibly trying to break out of this. But we've got points of resistance right here, a pivot point here, 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 and then of course the previous high back in this peak. So it's got some stuff it needs to go through, and I don't have anything that any particular buy recommendation or anything on it, other than to say it looks like it's trying to make a turn and make a move to the upside. It's already started that. So Transocean. Transocean, this is one, of course, we had broken this very long-term trend line in here. We were getting some bullish divergence, okay? The indicators did not go to a new low when price did. And so this is where we thought, well, maybe we're getting a little bit of a turn, but I had talked about the resistance and all of this congestion that it needed to work its way through. Seemed to be having a little difficulty doing it. Of course, we've still got this downtrending 55. We've got this big reversal day, which is a little bit of a surprise to get that strong. But what we've done really is pull back to this trend line. So we've got a little bit of a snapback pull here, pull back. Now we've gotten 2 days of rally. I'd like to see this come up, break this trend line, and then push back up here and see if we can't get above this point. But it's got to break through this trend line here, get above this previous point here, and see what it'll do. So it's trying, but it's having a little bit of difficulty. Next one is Tesoro. So we got Tesoro and Valero left. Tesoro made some money in here. We caught this little trend to the downside, and now this is snapped back also. Got another trend line downward in here. I don't have any particular vision, or I don't see anything here. It's just hard to tell what might be going on with Tesoro. I don't have any particular play there. Valero. This also popped back today, and this one's also chopping. I thought it was going to run. I thought we had a little consolidation pattern, but it has failed to run, and it's just pulled back. So no real play on Valero either, but we just have to keep watching it. It's in the mix with the rest of the stocks. So, all right, that's it for tonight. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Have a great Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by.